Well, as parents, we want to be with our kids all the time, but of course work and life can get in the way of that.
Certainly does, right? Well, with kids finally back in school, they may walk to and from school, the bus stop, or even at a friend's house by themselves. So do they know what to do if a stranger approaches them?
We were just talking about this the other day in our household. Rebecca is joining us now with some great tips for all of us. Rebecca?
Yeah, we've got a lot of info for you to give your kids. You and your kids can never be too prepared for a self-defense situation. The most important rule you can teach your children is how to get attention by screaming, biting, and scratching. But there's more your kids can do to fight off a predator.
Have you ever asked your kids?
So do you guys know what to do if a stranger approaches you?
No. It's a scenario First Line Defender co-owner Bill Hogan and Texas Krav Maga owner Larry Escher go over with kids on a regular basis. First, they say your kids should trust their instincts.
Trusting your instincts means don't go into something that you're not comfortable with. The way that we don't get into situations we don't intend to is to look and listen.
That means no playing on their phone or using earbuds on their walks. And if they do see an uncomfortable situation,
know the alternate routes, stay as public as possible, and have a plan B.
Next, Hogan says to get noticed in a good way, not just screaming.
I don't know what means. I do know what leave me alone, get away from me means.
Stop, get away from me, I don't know you.
Another rule to reiterate, if they don't know, don't go.
If you don't know that person, don't go with them, but also don't go close to them. Distance is your friend.
But if a predator does attack,
do you know how to defend yourselves?
No.
Escher says one of the most common attacks is when a bad guy grabs a child from behind.
The first thing they're going to do is want to cover the mouth so the kid doesn't scream. The child immediately and instinctively reaches up for what grabs them, pulls it down, screams for help to get attention. Now I, as the bad guy, want to try to put the hand back on. He doesn't let me. He bites me instead. Makes me instinctively pull my hand. He ducks under, quick kick to the groin, and then he runs away asking for help.
And when a predator approaches a child head on and throws them over the shoulder,
all he has to do is sit up straight, put thumbs in the eyes, push the person back until they can't hold anymore, and upon the land, kick the groin and run away.
And the best way to make these reactions instinctual for your kids is to practice.
Have these tips made you feel safer?
Yes.
Run away.
Well, coming up tomorrow, the 5 tips you need to know to keep your kids safe if they're home alone before you get off work. You won't want to miss that tomorrow on the news at 4. So some really good tips. It's something that we don't think about on a regular basis, guys, but teaching these kids how to do this and doing it over and over and over again so they can stay safe, pretty important.
It is so important, and it makes you realize that we probably haven't done enough prep work at home. Rebecca, really good info.